All right, welcome to our first edition of Golden Warrior Wednesday. We're going to have this program every Wednesday. We're going to drop it at about noon on our social media accounts. And our first guests on Golden Warrior Wednesday are tennis players Dillon Nitz and Grant Bright. They are undefeated on the season so far. They're both 7-0. We're going to talk about that. Also on the program, we're going to have a feature with baseball coach Nick Pepper. The Golden Warriors are back to 500, 2-0 in conference play, and we'll unveil our athlete of the week for this week in just a little bit. But let's talk tennis right now with these guys. All right, Grant Bright, 7-0 in the season at number 2 singles. Dillon Nitz, 7-0 in the season at number 1 singles. And Grant, senior first here, okay? Is that okay?
That's fine.
All right. You guys were really good last year, okay? You guys kind of expected that you'd be able to pick up kind of right where you left off when this season started, right?
Yeah, we have a lot of kids that just like to play tennis and just love coming out and having fun. So they really work hard. So I didn't really have any concerns with coming out and still winning.
Okay. New coach this year. Coach Young is not back this year. Mike Gottemoller is your head coach now. Just to give us an idea of what it is like. I've heard what it's like to be in a Mike Gottemoller math class. Okay, what's it like to play on a Mike Gottemoller tennis team?
It's honestly a lot of fun. He really likes seeing people improve, and one big change was that he has everyone practice together, like fresh, soft, and varsity. So the fresh, soft can kind of see how varsity works and kind of just let us all mesh together and teach them new stuff. So it's a lot of fun and a lot of learning for everybody.
Okay, Dillon, kind of the same question for you. This is your 3rd year in varsity, your 3rd coach, right?
Yes.
So to work through those transitions, what's it been like to adapt to another new coach this year?
Well, they've all been great coaches, and I think it's been very easy because they all want to be there and they want to help us improve. And so I think that the transition has been very smooth and effective.
Now, we mentioned earlier that both of you are 7-0. Last night, the tennis team winning at Yorkville 3-2, and it was almost 3-2 the other way. You got pushed to the limit, didn't you?
Yeah, I could give you a million excuses why that match didn't necessarily go out as I wanted to, but the main was is that I played a great opponent. He played a great match. He was a young freshman, and I look forward to seeing him at conference again. He's got a great game. I'm just glad I could pull it off, and I'm glad that the team is still undefeated for the season.
Now, you lost the first set.
I did.
What was your mindset as you tried to regroup?
I wasn't expecting to lose that first set 6-2. I thought I would regain my footing later on in the set, but all of a sudden it didn't go too well, and my coach has said, act like that set didn't happen. Win these next 2 sets, really fight for every single point. And my mindset changed from focusing on what the score was to really focusing on each individual point and fighting until the end. And I'm glad I could pull it off.
There were a lot of close matches in that duel last night with Yorkville against Early winning 3-2. And I know the other guys are kind of done, and you're watching Dillon, and you guys knew it was going to come down to that number 1 singles match, didn't you?
Yeah, it was kind of scary because the whole time I was playing on the court right next to Dillon, and I was just looking over at his scorecard every time we change over, and I was like, oh, my God. I was like, this kid's really giving Dillon a run for his money.
He was.
Yeah, so we all get done, and we're sitting there watching, and we're just watching the points, and it's every single point. You could see Dillon just kind of counting down the points to how many more he needed to win. And he came down to 1 point, and then he won, and just won the meet, and it was just a really good feeling.
All right. As you look forward with your senior year, you guys are both doing really well. In the postseason, whether you're number 1 singles or number 2 singles doesn't matter at the sectional level. What are you guys thinking that maybe both of you could go to state in singles? Is that kind of that has to be at least in the thought process?
Yeah,
right?
That's definitely the main goal this season, and we both feel pretty confident. Dillon obviously is very confident in his game to get to. He's gone to state every year so far, but for me, it's very, very likely that I'll go. That's my main goal, is to go to state. So.
And that's what Coach has been talking about. He's been talking about, I want to get all 6 people to state, because that hasn't happened in, I think, 20 years or so. So I think that'd be a great thing. And I think that the way that Grant's playing this season, it really puts his chances at sectionals pretty good.
Yeah, and Grant mentioned that you guys have just a lot of players who love to play the game, and they're willing to put in the work. So that's good stuff.
We have practice until 5, and everybody's allowed to leave, but a lot of the guys stay until 5:30, and then Coach finally says, I have to go home. I've got a home life.
It's time for dinner, man.
It just shows the motivation.
Yeah, even then
sometimes
once they leave the high school, they go over to Kilgore, and they still keep hitting balls and playing and just just really working hard.
All right, good stuff. All right, so now let's have a little bit of fun here. Let's learn a little bit more about Mr. Bright and Mr. Nitz in a little bit more fun way, okay? Now, Dillon got a preview of at least one of the questions, so I'm going to go to you first on that one question that he's already answered during our pre-meeting, but we'll ask him that again, okay? If you could have a superpower, okay, what would it be and why?
Ooh, that's a good one. Definitely flying, easily.
Okay.
Just because I never have to pay for gas in a car again. I can just fly everywhere, and if you just take off and fly, everyone's going to be like,
who is that dude?
right, yeah, it's just a cool feeling to be able to fly. So definitely flying.
Okay, so I know that your super ability is flying as well. Why?
Well, I love visiting places. Just last week I visited Colorado, and again, not to pay for gas and not to go through TSA and flying planes. That'd be amazing. And plus, I didn't even think about it, but you know, people would look up and be like, "Wow, that guy knows how to fly. He's got it down." And I'd be the only one.
Okay, all right. Unless Grant got it too, you know,
Yeah.
then you'd have to
Stay away.
Okay. All right. Now, one more kind of fun question. Okay, if you could trade places with anyone in the world for one day, who would it be?
Oh, wow, that's a tough one. If I had to trade places with one person, dude, it'd have to be LeBron James.
I was thinking that just as you said that, I was thinking LeBron James. And
Yeah.
the why is obvious, right?
Yeah.
He's LeBron James,
Yeah,
man.
a lot of money, basketball, like it's just, that's the life, man. That's the dream.
All right, very good. All right, so and Dillon, what about you? Trade places with one person for one day. Who would it be?
I think it'd be Novak Djokovic. He's my
Okay.
favorite tennis player. I'd like to see how it is to be that good, and you know, everybody wanting to have your autograph and stuff. That'd be a cool feeling. He's like the LeBron James of tennis. So.
All right, very good. Those are great answers. See, guys, I mean, let's have it. Let's hear here. Great job. Our first guest here on Golden Warrior Wednesday, Grant Bright and Dillon Nitz. Sterling's tennis team undefeated right now after last night's match with Yorkville. They're 2-0, and both these guys in singles are 7-0 on the season so far. Great job, guys. Appreciate it.
Thank you.
All right, we'll take a break here on Golden Warrior Wednesday. On the other side of the timeout, we will have a feature with Golden Warrior baseball coach Nick Pepper. The Golden Warriors started 1-5, and now they're 6-6. They're on a roll, and we'll hear from Coach Pepper in just a moment. And we're back here on Golden Warrior Wednesday with Sterling baseball coach Nick Pepper. Sterling victorious over Geneseo last night, 10-8. They've taken the first two games of their conference series with the Maple Leafs. They won 13-3 on Monday. Coach Pepper, 23 runs on the board in two games. You got to be happy with that, right?
Oh yeah, absolutely. That's we've definitely been talking about being more aggressive at the plate, and it's definitely showing. And you know, definitely doesn't hurt when you average at least 11 runs a game. So, but yeah, I've been proud of the guys for come out swinging the bat and putting the ball in play, put pressure on them early in those games. So.
You look at this team, and obviously it's much younger than the last couple of teams that won conference championships. You started off 1-5, but it seems that the guys are learning and getting better. Would you agree with that?
Oh yeah, absolutely. And we talked about that too. You know, it's a process, and we know that we don't want to be playing our best ball in March anyway. So as long as we continue to get better and playing our now that we're in conference, start playing better ball, and continue to get better every day too. So.
Speaking of getting better, Cam Bailey has had a great year at the plate. I mean, 4 hits in the game tonight. He's got almost 20 RBI already on the season. Is there something with his swing that Cam has done different that's allowing him to make more solid contact? He always had a good eye at the plate, but he's putting the ball in play and solidly in the play much more than he's ever done.
Yep. I think one thing is just a little simplified things. He's not taking as big of a stride as he used to, so he's kind of shortening it up a little bit. And when you do that, it allows you to see the ball a little bit better too, and make better contact. And and he's been huge at the plate, especially lately for us. So yeah.
In terms of getting better as you move forward in the conference season and we're already almost halfway through April. Before you know it, it's May, then it's regional time again. There's still lots of baseball to be played yet, though, but your team has to get better defensively. Is that a matter of finding the right guys in the right positions because a lot of them are so new to varsity play, or is there some other things you have to tweak to just play a little bit better defense?
Yeah, absolutely. We've been trying all kinds of things with different guys at different positions, and trying to find the right fit for everyone. Obviously, we are young, and that different speed of the game, and I think we're getting closer. But yeah, that's definitely the things that we definitely need to clean up. That's what's really been killing us, this year so far, and luckily we've been able to hit the ball lately to kind of counteract some of that. But that's definitely those are going to be our focus in practice. When we get our practices coming up, and hopefully we can clean that up, and like I said, continue to get better with that too. So.
All right, Coach, appreciate the time, and good luck to here in the next couple games, all right?
All right, thanks, Jim.
All right, that is Sterling coach Nick Pepper here on Golden Warrior Wednesday. We'll take another break, and when we come back, we will unveil this week's Candlelight in Golden Warrior Scholar Athlete of the Week. That's coming up next. The reviews are in, and folks are falling in love with Kegger's Tap House, located just west of Sterling on Route 2.
We had my daughter's graduation party at Kegger's. Everything was fabulous. The inside looks incredible with all the new renovations. The food was so good. Our favorite was the mac and cheese.
Fantastic food. Servers were amazing. I had the Gator Burger, and it was delicious. Seriously, one of the best burgers I have ever had. My husband had the horseshoe, and wow.
Go to Facebook and follow at Kegger's Tap House for the latest menu and drink specials. All right, Jim Spencer wrapping it up here on our first edition of Golden Warrior Wednesday. It is time now to unveil our Athlete of the Week. We're going to do this. We'll announce our Athlete of the Week for the first time going forward every Wednesday during this show. And our Athlete of the Week for this week is, as we bring up this special graphic that we have here, Samantha Hibbert. Sam has had a great week going back to April the 2nd at the Moline Shipley Invitational. She won the 100 hurdles. And then at a meet last week at Geneseo, a quadrangular at Geneseo, she won the 100-meter dash. And then this past Saturday, Sam went 1-2 in the 100 hurdles at the Davenport Assumption Invitational, along with teammate Caitlin Trobos. So congratulations to Samantha Hibbert. She is your Candlelight in Golden Warrior Athlete of the Week for this week. And that will do it for our first edition of Golden Warrior Wednesday. We hope you enjoy it. Next week, our scheduled guests are Cam Bailey and Cooper Willman. They will join us to talk about football and baseball here on Golden Warrior Wednesday next Wednesday. Hope you enjoyed it, folks. Enjoy the rest of your week.